Okay, so let's now understand about the descriptive statistics. So whenever you are doing any project or whenever you are writing results for your thesis, the first thing which you want to tell or first thing which you want to describe is a descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics basically means that you are describing about your data set or about your whatever data you have collected. So broadly, descriptive statistics can be categorized for continuous data or for categorical data. Let's say if you have categorical data. Categorical means that you have groups. Okay, the data which can be in categories like male and female. So for this, you will go to the exploration part in Jamovi, drag the categorical variables, and click on the frequency table. The demo will see, but just to brief you with the process, I am telling you this. For continuous data, we'll go to the exploration, drag the continuous variable, and we'll check if the sample size is less than 50, then we'll apply the Shapiro-Wilk test. And in the Shapiro-Wilk test, if it is the p-value is more than 0.05, we assume that the variable is normally distributed, and we take mean and standard deviation. If the p-value in Shapiro-Wilk test was less than 0.05, we assume that the variable was not normally distributed, and we take median and IQR. Now, in the other scenario, if sample size was more than 50, then we will see QQ plot. QQ plot may, if we can see that the variable is normally distributed, which we'll see in the like upcoming time. So if it is normally distributed in QQ plot, we'll use mean and standard deviation. If it is not normal, then we'll use median and IQR. So this was just to brief about how we'll do this descriptive statistics. Now let's take a demo about doing it in the Jamovi. So I will open the Jamovi. And I will open a dataset here. So I have downloaded the dummy dataset. I'll just click it here. So now the dataset is here. I can see the dataset. What we were discussing, that we have to go to the exploration part. So I'll click on the exploration, descriptives. So now first let's see for the categorical variable. So now from the symbol also we can see and we know that sex is a categorical variable. Also here diabetes is a categorical variable, smoker is a categorical variable, and they have wrongly labeled age as a categorical variable. But like in the previous videos, we have discussed how to change this wrongly labeled variables. You can refer to video or previous videos. For time being, I will drag sex in the variable column. Now you can see there will be no output here because it is a categorical variable, and for the categorical variable we represent it in the form of frequency and percentage. So I will click here on the frequency table. Now you can see they have given the output where female were 40, male were 60, which contributes to almost 40 and 60% respectively. Now if you want to copy this result into a Word file, you can just right click here and you can copy the table and paste it in the respective Word file. Or you can save this Jamovi file as well from here. You can save the Jamovi file as well for the further analysis. Now we have seen for the categorical variable. Let's see some other categorical variable, like here diabetes status. I am taking the variable in variable column. Now I can see that it has again given the frequency table with diabetes status yes and no, with 55 people having diabetes, 45 not having diabetes, which contributes to 55% and 45%. So this was about the descriptive statistics for categorical variable. Now let's say we are taking a continuous variable. So here I can see that weight is a continuous variable. So I will drag it to the variable column, and now I can see that it has given at the start n, that is total sample size, missing values if any, mean, median, standard deviation, minimum and maximum. Now what I will do, I will just see what all things have been already clicked in the Jamovi. So we can see that sample size and missing is clicked, mean, median both are clicked, standard deviation, minimum and maximum both are clicked. Now as we saw in the flowchart before, first we have to check for the normality. Now here, since the sample size is 100, I won't go ahead with the Shapiro-Wilk test here. I will go on plots and I will click for QQ plot. Now here in the QQ plot we can see that the data has like this line we can see, and these dots are the individual data points. Now these individual data points are like along the straight line itself, so we can say that it is approximately normally distributed or a normally distributed data set. And if in case the data is normally distributed, we'll use mean, otherwise we'll use median. Now again, we won't be able to apply Shapiro-Wilk test here since the sample size is 100, but still we'll go ahead and just for the sake of demonstration, I'll click it. Now here we can see the p-value is more than 0.05, and as we discussed earlier, if the p-value is more than 0.05, we will use mean, that is the data is normally distributed. Now here again, now we want to use mean, so there is no rule of giving median, so I can uncheck this. And again, it is up to you, or it is up to your requirement whether you want to give the sample size, missing data, and minimum and maximum. Now many a time what happens is the variables are across the columns, so many times we tend to get confused in reporting this, so we can do the variables across rows as well. Here in the descriptive you can see we can just click here and we can give the variables as rows. Now you will be able to see the output. Yeah, this is this is a easy understandable way to show the mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum. Now let's see with some other variable. Now I will input height here. Since the QQ plot was already clicked here, now it has shown the QQ plot. So we can see that again the data is approximately normally distributed. And we can see the mean is 1.65 meters. It must be in meters. Yes, height in meters. The mean is 1.65 with standard deviation of 0.09 and minimum and maximum value of 1.42 to 1.93. In the same way we can do for other variables as well. So this was about the descriptive statistics, the basics of descriptive statistics in Jamovi. Now one last point which was left. If at all we are reporting median, let's say I'll take a weight again in the variable column, and if we are reporting median, so what we'll do, instead of giving standard deviation, we will report interquartile range, or we can give for the percentile as well. So as we all know, 50th percentile will be median itself. So what we want to report is 25th and 75th percentile. So it's up to you, if the data is not normally distributed, when you are reporting median, you don't have to report standard deviation, you have to report for interquartile range. So that was from my side about the descriptive statistics. In the upcoming videos, we'll see about the next level of statistics in Jamovi. Thank you so much.